Several years ago, it was a Sunday, and I had got a call where a family needed someone to be present with them in a hospital. So I show up to this hospital, and there's a man hooked up to all sorts of wires and cords and tubes, and he's not responsive. He had been diagnosed with cancer some time ago, and here he was. He had been declared cancer-free, and now the cancer came back, and it didn't just come back slowly. It came back, and it took over. And so I get there with the family, and in the family are 3 young girls who are still in school. And I remember just thinking, these 3 young girls who haven't seen much of the world are having to sit in a hospital bed and watch the man they love, the man that they have been dependent on their entire lives. They're watching their father die. And in that kind of moment, there's just this sense of desperate ache and pain. And being there with that family that day, the only thing they could do, the only thing they needed to do was cry out. When we feel Advent in the way that we're intended to, it's almost as if it requires something of us, and it requires us to cry out and feel this depth. Like for you, just think of a moment where you lost something. Think of a moment where everything failed and you had nothing left. The feeling where there is no light at the end of the tunnel. That's the tension that we're invited into. And it's the same tension that the people of Israel experienced in exile. Sometimes it gets communicated that to be a person of faith is to have everything together, but if you take the Bible seriously, lament is a critical part of the experience of faith. And as we find ourselves immersed in darkness and waiting and longing, if we have taken this movement seriously, this is the natural part. Advent is inviting us to cry out today in good faith to the season. So if we are going to be able to embrace God's world and Jesus' presence, that process will deal with this. We need to cry out. And there's an example that comes from the book of Isaiah. It is a beautiful cry of Advent that we need not only to take seriously, but to participate in. Isaiah says this, "Oh, that you would tear open the heavens and come down, so that the mountains would quake at your presence, as when fire kindles brushwood and the fire causes water to boil, to make your name known to your adversaries, so that the nations might tremble at your presence. When you did awesome deeds that we did not expect, You came down. The mountains quaked at your presence. From ages past, no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you, who works for those who wait for him. You meet those who gladly do right, those who remember you in your ways. But you were angry, and we sinned. Because you hid yourself, we transgressed. We have all become like one who is unclean, and all our righteous deeds are like a filthy cloth. We all fade like a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, take us away. There is no one who calls on your name, or attempts to take hold of you, for you have hidden your face from us, and have delivered us into the hand of our iniquity. Yet, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay, and you are the potter. We are all the work of your hand. So do not be exceedingly angry, O Lord, and do not remember our iniquity forever. Now consider, we are all your people. Your holy cities have become a wilderness. Zion has become a wilderness. Jerusalem a desolation. Our holy and beautiful house, where our ancestors praised you, has been burned by fire, and all our pleasant places have become ruins. After all this, will you restrain yourself, O Lord? Will you keep silent and punish us so severely? May this be our cry today. May we own this experience. May we feel it. And may we take on a posture of saying, may God come down. God, may you not be silent. As you have done in the past, tear open the heavens and come down. Make your presence known. Bring your kingdom to this place. For we are waiting.